The chess master recommends rook at d1 to e1. You move your rook at d1 to e1. Black responds with rook takes queen, which protects black's pawn at c6. Your bishop captures knight, which partially pins black's pawn at c6 and triple forks black's queen, black's pawn at c6 and black's king. Black counters by moving the king to f8, which moves it out of check. Your bishop takes queen. Black replies by moving king to g7, which removes the threat on black's bishop. You move your rook to f5. Black responds by moving the bishop to d8. You move your bishop to f4. Black responds by moving the king to g6, which attacks your rook at f5. You move your rook to c5, which moves it to safety, attacks black's pawn at c6, and blocks black's pawn at c6. As a result of this sequence of moves, you win a queen and a knight for a queen. In addition, your attack potential is somewhat increased, and the mobility of black's pieces is greatly decreased. Also, the pressure on black's king is somewhat increased, and the pressure on your king is slightly decreased. The chess master recommends bishop takes queen. Your bishop captures queen. Black counters with the bishop to g7, which moves it to safety. You move your bishop to g5, which checks black's king. Black counters by moving the king to c8, which moves it out of check. You move your bishop to c4. Black responds by moving the king to b8. You move your king to c2. Black replies by moving the pawn to f6, which threatens your bishop at g5 and advances the passed pawn. You move your bishop to f4, which moves it to safety and checks black's king. Black replies by moving the king to a8, which moves it out of check. You move your rook to e6, which attacks black's pawn at c6. Black answers with bishop to h6. Your bishop takes bishop. Black responds with rook captures bishop, which removes the threat on black's pawn at f6. Your rook captures pawn at c6, which creates passed pawns on d4 and c3. As a result of this sequence of moves, you win a queen, a bishop, and a pawn for a bishop. In addition, black's attack potential is greatly decreased. Also, your pawn structure is somewhat stronger. Lastly, the pressure on your king is slightly decreased.